Everything's coming through as well.
Quick.
Connected should be
Yep, sounds good.
okay. Long delay.
It is. It is. And hopefully what I was working on didn't make the delay worse.
Oh, maybe. Maybe not. Who knows? Who knows?
Check we're good. YouTube. Okay.
Yeah? Welcome, comrade. That. Go. Is it working? Have you sent out everything, huh? Yeah, I got.
Hello again. I just got done putting that through Google Translate,
Hello,
right
hello.
as you.
Okay. Okay.
Tweet and the Discord message, and then
All right. Got the YouTube notification. Not the Discord one, but hey, I got the Discord one for this, so maybe it counted as hearing. I already seen it then.
what can you do?
I don't know. All right, here we go.
Also, chat, you might see a there's a community goal now for channel points. After the conversation yesterday, I decided it was only right to give you a goal to shoot towards, and you have 30 days to achieve it, to return sing mode to 5 minutes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
This is secretly my attempt to wean out a bunch of channel points so that and I'm working on more fun stuff you can spend for them. I was hoping to have it done in time today, but despite fighting with it for a long time, it has not been finalized.
Okay. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what
The
the amount
amount,
is.
I believe it's 4 million channel points.
Holy cow.
It's a lot.
Nobody cares that much about us. What are you doing? Yeah, fair enough. Oh my gosh.
Mode again soon. I'm gonna have to refresh the activity feed.
Yeah.
Because it's not wanting to populate correctly. I think it's probably, oh no.
What are you doing, man?
Don't know why it's telling me that I have filtered out all items, which is not a thing I'm trying to do.
Well, to a grand old start here.
I'm gonna the thing that I was trying to do earlier doesn't seem to be working, so I'm gonna disable it.
Yeah.
We're gonna see if that helps.
Well,
I want to filter anything. What do you mean? Let me unclick this box. Lagging.
Restream is lagging.
Hopefully that'll sort itself out. I'm not dropping any frames, so hopefully that'll sort itself out.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to test the. Turns out we didn't need a pre-show topic. Let me try and test. See if the activity feed would start. I got to pull this up on my personal. I'll spend some of my own channel points. See if it.
Okay.
It did not update.
Okay. So it's not working, eh?
Nope. Activity feed is acting up. So I didn't bring my laptop in here because I thought I was going to have everything set up. So I will use my phone to have the docket.
Oh, okay.
So that I can keep the activity feed up since it doesn't seem to want to work.
Okay. Strange.
So what I was trying to do, chat, and what I've been trying to do for the last hour or so is get the ability for you to use more sound alerts during the course of the streams, because stream alerts only lets us use, or sound alerts only lets us use a couple, you know. But unfortunately, not work. How many channel points do I have? I think it's 1.6K. I don't normally get to watch on my personal one while we're streaming because it affects the stream quality. I have it open all the time during the stream. What if I duplicate the activity? No, that just made it take up a bunch of space. I'm going to stop fighting with this right now.
Okay.
Because it's time to start. I will not explain how aggravated I am right now with the fact that it's not working, but it's fine. Not even an easy way to kill the bot. It's just taking up all this space. I can't get rid of it. Yeah. I just don't get why it's broken. Like, why won't it let me undo the filters when I wasn't trying to set filters?
I don't know.
It's good games today. I think so. Having rolled already, I think so. But speaking of, let's get started.
All right.
Hello and welcome to another exciting episode of the Full Spectrum Podcast. My name is Trey.
Rungren.
We've got some stuff to talk about tonight.
Aye.
But as always, we'll kick it over to Rungren. Do you have a quiz for us today?
Yes, I do. I have a quiz for you, buddy.
Okay.
Right? And I hope I get these right here. All right. So I got something for you on One Piece.
Okay.
Okay.
I've read a lot of One Piece.
Yeah.
I've
I know you have
been reading it over the course of over 8 years, so.
Yeah. Okay. So for over a decade, One Piece and Naruto battled it out to see which was the more popular series.
Yeah.
For a time, Oda was at odds with Masashi Kishimoto.
Mm-hmm.
It was actually caused by Sanji, the character Sanji, who's supposed to have a very different name. What was his name supposed to be?
It was supposed to be Naruto.
Yes, it was.
Yeah, because of his swirly eyebrows and the fact that he's a chef.
Yes. All right. You got that one. Very good. All right. In One Piece, there's a massive underwater prison. Is Impel Down?
Impel Down.
Impel Down, yeah. It holds the world's most powerful pirates there.
Yeah.
But the design of the prison actually comes from a piece of classic Italian literature. Do you know what that is?
Oh, it's Dante's Inferno.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dante's Inferno or Divine Comedy would have
Yeah.
both worked. All right. All right. We'll do that.
Animal Army. Nice.
All right. Oh. All right. So Oda created One Piece because he was fascinated by pirates,
Yeah.
real life pirates, and there's a bunch of historical references. The most notable is Blackbeard,
Right.
which is a nickname associated with who? What was his real name?
Marshall Teach.
Oh, that was very close. It's
Wait, you mean the
Edward.
real name of the character or of
No.
the pirate?
The pirate.
That was.
Okay.
It was still Teach. Was still his last name.
Yes. Yep.
I'm torn on Edward or Jacob, and I think that's probably because of Twilight.
That's a different discussion, man. Different discussion.
I'm gonna go Edward.
Yes. Yeah. Edward.
Because also in Assassin's Creed Black Flag, I believe that's what Kenway calls him, is Edward.
Yeah. There's quite a few in there. Bartholomew Kuma is named after Bartholomew Roberts.
Yeah.
One of the most successful. Jewelry Bonnie is named after Anne Bonny, the Irish pirate. And Gold D. Roger is based on Oliver Levasseur,
Okay.
a French pirate.
Captain
Anyway.
Kenway.
Okay. So, I think you'll get this one pretty well.
Shark Boy. I get it. I get it.
It adds up. So, there was an event that is the single biggest event in One Piece history. It permanently changed the entire landscape of the series. What was that event?
Oh, this could be a couple things. This could be the one that started the age of piracy, the golden age of piracy, or it could be what changed everything with the Shichibukai. I'm gonna go with the death of Gold Roger. But it also could have been Marineford and the I almost spoiled the thing that happens at Marineford, the execution of a certain character.
Okay. So otherwise, the Marineford's getting close. It's a Summit War.
Okay, yeah, that was at Marineford.
Yeah. I was gonna give away a spoiler there.
Yeah, I almost did too.
This is that. There was a lot of big. Apparently, there's a lot of characters that got changed.
Yeah.
Actually, it was such a. They were. Universal Studios Japan created real life replicas of the monuments.
Nice.
Yeah.
As they should. As they should.
Ah. Now, Oda, he registered work for Weekly Shonen Jump.
Right.
And he got a few series there, and I'll probably mispronounce these if I haven't already mispronounced some things. But like Maizu and Maizu no Tomodachi Kappaman.
Kappaman, yeah.
Okay, and Jungle King Tarchan.
Yep.
Is great. And this sounds so familiar, but I don't. I think it may just because it says Rurouni Kenshin. I think maybe it's just because it says Kenshin in it that I relate it to anything.
Right.
But
I know he's a big fan of the author of Kenshin, Watsuki.
Okay, so that's how he started off, but he was able to publish his first work in 1996.
Okay.
It was a one shot.
Yep, it sure was.
Was it?
Yeah, Romance Dawn.
There you go. Which is also what else?
That is the proto One Piece. The characters from Romance Dawn go on to become Luffy and Nami and Zoro, I believe,
The first
as
is
well
the
as
first
Shanks.
chapter. The
Yeah,
first chapter of is called Romance Dawn
yeah,
in One Piece, right?
yeah.
Uh,
As he refines it.
okay. 2009, uh, Luffy became uh, the first manga character. I don't want to ask this. There's a big there's a big difference between like anime and fashion.
Yeah.
But in 2009, Luffy did something that changed that idea. I have a hard time coming up
In
with it. You got an idea?
2009,
Yeah.
it changed. I'm sorry. Can you repeat the question?
I'm trying to maybe think of a better way to put it. Something happened that crossed over the anime and fashion industries. 2009.
I know there was. See, where I'm tripping up on this is that you said Luffy did something because I know that Nami
Yes,
and Robin both and Vivi had clotheslines that were made based off of them. I'm
that
gonna
is that is,
say,
that is true, and I will give you a point for that, because they partnered with that was One Piece Film Z.
yeah,
Yeah, and they that was like with Armani.
yeah.
Oda picked out the straw hats, but what started in 2009 is he became the first manga character to grace the cover of a fashion magazine,
Okay,
specifically,
yeah,
specifically a Japanese fashion magazine, Men's Non No.
yeah.
And Oda was the one that came up with the
Hey, Dark.
look.
Okay,
Yeah, with
makes
that.
sense.
So, hello, answering the form of a question. No. All right, all right, all right, all right. I'm gonna give you that one because the Armani exchange definitely. That's a weird thing.
Yeah.
Right. Uh so okay, Disney and Universal have theme parks dedicated to their most popular franchises, but
Hmm.
there's not any theme parks that are dedicated to one franchise.
Right.
Uh well in please forgive me, Minato-ku, Tokyo, there was a indoor park
Hmm.
that was One Piece fans' dream.
Yeah, it is unfortunately closed down now, but
It is closed down now. You know what it was called?
no, I don't actually. I want to say Treasure Cruise, but I think that's the name of one of the mobile games.
Yeah, that's not it.
Okay,
I can understand it. It was the Tokyo One Piece Tower.
that makes sense. What I do
Yes.
know is that they had full size statues of all of the main characters, all the Straw Hats, and you could take pictures with them. And I wanted to take a picture with Frankie so bad. And they shut the thing down.
Yeah.
Super! That was the
uh,
pose I was going to do in front of Frankie.
Now we already said that Luffy was used in a fashion campaign,
Hmm?
and you actually even expanded on that a little bit. Um, but let's see the okay. We're talking about being that. So, but he's kind of a pop culture
They were watching, Dark. They
symbol.
were watching. They were not allowed.
That didn't answer the question. I bet it's not zero.
I bet it's not.
But Luffy. Anyway, so um, the Summer Olympics that were supposed to be held in Tokyo got delayed. Well,
Hmm.
every Olympics has official ambassadors, and Luffy was actually given that honor, and he was put along some other anime characters
Hmm.
uh, Can you name a couple of name two of there's four.
Son Goku from Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball.
Okay. That's one.
Naruto Uzumaki from Naruto.
That's
Kurosaki
two.
Ichigo from Bleach.
No, he's not on there.
He was not really. I thought for
No.
sure. His name just left my mind. Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho.
No.
Really?
Yeah, no, it was Sailor Moon, Astro Boy.
Okay, that makes sense.
There's a couple more that aren't named, so it goes on. So a couple of those may be in there.
Okay.
I don't know, but the Sailor Moon, Astro Boy, Naruto, Goku, Luffy, and Luffy, excuse me. The however you said.
Put respect on my man's name.
Yeah, right. Sorry. Now, I always wanted to be a manga artist. He was actually 4 years old when he decided to become a manga artist.
Yeah, I will.
And he became a manga artist for a very specific reason. Do you know that reason?
I don't. Trying to remember. I know he's been in a couple different interviews, and then he does the Tankobon interviews. I'm gonna say he wanted to draw cute girls.
No, I just wanted to avoid getting a real job.
Of course. That's
He
why
didn't want a
Oda's
real
the
job.
GOAT. Oda and Sriracha. Those are the two.
Well, you've only missed two. What's that? So let's get down to the last one here. Okay. So, the story's still going. But Oda has the ending.
Yeah.
As is known. Do you know how long the story was originally supposed to go?
I want to say the original intention was only 10 years, but I don't know for sure.
It was 5.
Okay,
Only
5 years.
Yeah, that was a tough one, but that's not bad. You only missed 3 of them.
I'm just glad you didn't start asking, like, what is the name of Jozu's devil fruit power?
Well, see, it's
Dia no me. I don't know.
look up for some of these questions, or try to find and like read through stuff to see. Okay, I can ask these questions from here, this way, or something. It's like I kind of want to just do like storyline stuff, just character stuff. But then I was like, no, that would be way too easy. So I try to find something a little, make sure it's a little bit off. There's something weird about the questions.
Yeah.
So
That's a fun one. That's a fun one.
Thrills.
All right. Well, let's jump into weeks. How's your week been, Rungert?
It's been good. We watched some Gundam.
Yeah.
I caught up. I forgot what episode we're on. It ended up with the in the desert, which
20.
there's stuff.
27.
The battles in the desert were pretty cool. And the whole, I guess, trouble, 1942 Germany references for what would have been his country ally. Anyway,
yeah,
it kind of brings a little bit of weight to it, because I mean, I think we talked about Godzilla before, and like, without bringing up too much pain and suffering, that Japan's the only place that's ever been nuked, and they've gone through that. And that's,
don't you do that to me, Will?
We're not. I need to start asking him for questions. I'm gonna get him and Dark to give me other questions.
What are you telling me? Phoenix mode. Come on.
But it's not a very good Gundam. It's got some like highlights.
Yeah.
But overall, it's kind of, I don't like, disjointed, jumping around. It just doesn't feel as good.
There was a good 7 minutes during that desert fight where you and I both were not making any comments at all. We were just enjoying that desert fight.
Yeah.
And then immediately after the desert fight, it was like, oh yeah, we're back to Double Zeta now.
Yeah. I don't know. But it's not but out of 3, there's something about the original, and I
Yeah.
always will. I know we will get there. We're moving along pretty good with that. And I'm looking forward to it. There's something about the original. Zeta has its ups and downs. You know,
Mhm.
you got a low point in the original series. You got the ups and downs. It gives a strong ending.
Yeah.
And it just, I won't say justifies everything else, but at least it gives you something at the end of it that, okay, I have sat out through all this, seen these things happen.
Yeah.
And there's some kind of payoff for that. And yeah, I don't know. I think I said it before. This one seems to be like, okay, we want to try to catch a younger audience. It's like
Yeah.
they're writing like a lower reading level story,
Yeah.
than the other ones. So
Peru likes to take baths, and Beach El Mondo are kind of, are they good
yeah,
guys? Are they bad guys? They're really selfish, but everybody cares
yeah,
about each other in the end, and they're all going to work together.
hmm
And then you offset that by woman that's tormented by the death of her lover and carries around the helmet that he left behind when he died, and is
yeah,
haunted by that. Uh,
yeah,
Rommel's soldiers that have still been fighting this war since the end of the 1-year war
yeah,
and have not yet given up the plot of land they took from the Federation and are not about to give it up now. Like really
yeah,
cool ideas.
yeah. Just
And
not, yeah,
just cut
not
back
the,
to the Gundam team in their booster, taking baths and running out of
yeah,
water and pouring water on each other and arguing.
yeah, yeah. It's not the best
Yeah.
for sure. But there, you know, the, like I said, there's cool scenes in it, cool ideas, like what helmet was she holding? She kept saying Tark, right?
Yeah.
Right. That could have gone on for a couple of
Yeah.
episodes. They could have dug into that story.
Yeah.
That's a good character,
Yeah.
right?
One, let me see
She's coming
her.
after.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, I was gonna say she has a, yeah, okay, she's a bad guy, whatever. No, she
Mhm.
has a justified reason for coming after them.
Yeah.
You know,
I want
you
to
know,
see
I
her
even
conflict
right.
at
You
I'm
can go
fighting
with
children, but if I don't fight children, I can't get revenge because the
pretty
one who
much.
killed him's long gone.
Yeah, fighting children in giant robot suits.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I have one huge nitpick about the Gundam team. Why does Bicha get the Yakushiki? I can't stand Bicha. Why does he get the Yakushiki?
I don't know. I really don't. I get look, even in that universe, the dibs rule matters.
Yeah, I guess so.
Captain Bright. Sorry, he said dibs.
Like, Puru's right there. Why does she not have a mobile suit when she's a better pilot than all of them?
Because Puru's nuts.
Yeah, that's true.
You
But
have no idea what she's gonna do out there. Look, I've got no problem with using Peru and that, but if that's like, look, we're all gonna die. This is the last resort. Let someone do something. All right, now
yeah,
send her out.
yeah. Send them out and tell them whoever she's fighting is trying to kill Judo. Didn't it raw? The fake Gundam team? Yeah, we're going to get to a real Gundam team in like a year and a half. But oh,
But that we cut up on that, and then I watched like one of my favorite shows of all time, Sense8.
how's that spelled? Sense and then the number 8 or the letter 8?
It's Sense in the number 8,
Okay.
and then the people in there are Sensates, but that's spelled different. But Sense8 is
I got you.
the thing. Now, I watched it. I love this show. Absolutely love it. The it I don't want to give anything away. I don't want to give any spoilers, but 8 people become connected.
Yeah.
The 8 people become connected from
Thank you.
around the world. And this connection's not beyond it's more than just like they can speak in each other's head. They can actually kind of visit each other, and it's like they're physically there.
Okay.
And they also can feel and understand others' feelings, like when somebody's upset. Small example: one of the characters, uh, when this starts happening, one of the characters uh, ends up in jail.
Hmm.
And anytime another one of the characters is feeling trapped by a situation, life, or whatever, they show up there. And they're like, because she's physically trapped. There's
Right.
layers on it. It's and I'll probably say this name too. The uh, Wachowski siblings. They made the Matrix,
Okay.
and they did this. Now, spoilers maybe, yeah. I'm gonna try. I'm so This show excites me so much because there's all I the people who are connected are from different parts of the world. There's somebody from Kenya, somebody from Iceland. There a lady from India, somebody from Germany. They're all around, and so when they made this, they filmed in each location.
Yeah. That's the
So
way to
scenes
do it.
where yeah, yeah, but that made it $9 million an episode.
I'm sure.
But there's something.
An ad has just started, by the way.
Okay, I will collect my thoughts as the ad's going by.
While you collect your thoughts, hey, YouTube crowd that doesn't get the ads,
Yeah,
thanks for watching. We appreciate you.
We
Really
do.
does mean a lot. You may look at it and go, this video only has like 18 views, but you're one of those 18 views. And that matters.
And I will get to that as I talk about this.
The ad is done. Now.
Okay. All right. So I have said at the end of a few podcasts that, it takes thousands of years, millions of people to make you, or, whoever's watching to make you. It took that. There's never been anything like you, and there never will be again.
Mm-hmm.
And that counts for every individual. And I think that this show kind of connects to that for me.
Yeah.
Because there
We appreciate it.
The kind of connects to the idea that each person is special, right?
Yeah.
That they are that individual. I don't know. I'll try not to spoil into it and go too much more into it, but for me, there are parts. There are parts that I'm not lying that like will bring tears to my eyes through it. There are parts that I will laugh so hard.
Yeah. That's the way
But
I am with Demon Slayer and Vinland Saga. Because
yeah.
there are two, I don't want to get in spoilers for those either. There are characters in both of those that are important to the plot that share a very similar philosophy to that as well. And I believe that philosophy 100%. I have a hard time holding to it when somebody does something that I don't like, right? I really, truly do. But it doesn't make it less true. And those characters are able to rise above the step that I'm still stuck at and able to fully embrace that philosophy. And it gets you, it hits hard.
Yeah. Well, labels are important, right? They let people know things.
Mm-hmm.
But any label you give a human being is such a small part of that story.
Right.
If you whether it be by the color of their skin, where they're from,
Right.
however you want to divide it up, who they want touching their privates, whatever it is, they want to divide it up. That's still only part of the story.
Yeah.
And that and that yes, I don't want to. I want to cheer this part because every person in the show, because it's not only the people there that are special. These 8 characters, and look, the story for the first season behind each one of these characters could have been its own thing. Right. I said they flew all over the world filming it to these 8 different cities, and it ended up being 12 by the time it was over.
Right.
Uh, and it got canceled, and they knew it was going to get canceled, and they kind of hurried up some things
Yeah.
and managed. So the second season is a little bit broken, uh, and there's stuff in there. Uh, there's stuff in there that if you think about it too much, you're gonna be like, it's probably gonna break it for you.
Right.
But it's one of those things where it's okay. Like, what time is it? 8 o'clock. Okay, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
What's that? But it is one of my favorites. I don't know, and I know it has a lot of love around the world, and because they when they went and filmed everywhere, like when they went and filmed uh, like in India, they used an Indian crew from
Yeah.
there. They did that when they went to Kenya. They did that where they
Nice.
went. It was local people, and all the scenes where there's a crowds like on the street, like there's a couple. There's a scene where uh, there's a gay pride parade.
Hmm.
They didn't set anything up. They just like, hey, this is the gay pride parade in San Paulo. We're just gonna go film in it.
Yeah.
And make it. And they did that with like anytime you see there's crowds on the street, that's just people.
Yeah.
There. I don't know. It's very, 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 very good. I like it. I understand if people don't get into it. It is slow to get started. But I love them all.
Nice.
I love all the main characters and their villains. And the groups around them are such good people too.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'll move on. I've got I did do a little bit of the Lotro delving.
Yeah.
Check out, yes, and I did the new. It's not under skirmishes, but it's part of the new expansion, whatever thing where you get a new. It's like a skirmish. You just don't get your skirmish shoulder in it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did that, and now I'm playing it, and it's kind of gone back in time a little bit. They're telling the story from a bit back. I'm playing it and we're going through it, and I realize who the guys standing behind me is I'm protecting. After I've already talked to him a couple times, I'm just doing it, shooting the big trolls and stuff.
Yeah.
And there's supposed to be a big bad guy coming, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay, there's a big bad guy coming. Now this is, I guess it would be spoilers for the instance, but so I'm fighting and I keep reading this guy's name, the NPC's name.
Yeah.
Celebrimbor. And I don't think anything of it until I realized that was the guy that forged the rings.
Yep.
And this is Sauron coming to get him.
Yep.
And I don't know why. It was like, it was about the third round. I was like, oh, yeah, I know.
Yep.
And then, I don't know. Just that game makes me happy.
Yeah.
It's old graphics, I know, but the game makes me happy.
I've been having a lot of fun with it too. I got my warden to level 9, and I made a hunter. And so I now have one of every class currently in the game, and they're all at least level 5. And I like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's also great to not have to buy the writing skill on all of them. The only one I had to buy it on was the Bjorning. Because the way that they give it to you is they give you a horse, and the Bjorning obviously can't get a horse.
Yeah.
And so you still have to buy it on the Bjorning. Hopefully they fix that. But it was great to not have to do that on all my characters.
Right. You enjoyed that, did you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. So, how's your week been, sir?
It's been pretty good. We got a guild hall in Guild Wars 2 now. It's empty. There's nothing in it because it took most of my resources just to get it, and we had to claim it through a long mission. And we had some wonderful help from a couple people. I'm making a video on it at some point, and I want to do the full discussion on it. Yeah, the guild hall's in that video that went up today. And I have their names in that video to be able to credit them. Their characters' names, not their actual names. I wouldn't dox people like that. But go ahead. You had a joke. Go ahead.
I'm drinking my coffee. Keep going.
But it was really cool to go, hey, thank you, Roxanne. it was really cool to go, hey, we need to do this, my wife and I, and we don't have we need help. We can't do this 5-man mission with just the two of us. And the guild's not big enough to have enough people to be able to go like, hey, we're going to plan for it for this day. And so we put up a group, and some people were like, yeah, sure, I'll help you. It didn't benefit them at all. Mm-hmm. They literally, unlike everything else in the game where you get at least like experience or items or something, they get nothing from that. And they were like, yeah, sure, whatever, we'll help you. And they did. And we have a lot of resources to pour into it still to get stuff in there. But I'm pretty dedicated to making that guild hall really nice. So
I got to decorate it.
Yeah, and got to put up like pavilions that have like, hey, here's the tavern guy and here's the mine, so we can get more materials and get all that stuff set up.
Nice.
Very happy with that. I am on the last mission of Fire Emblem Engage, so almost done with that. Would have finished it earlier if I hadn't been working on trying to get that thing to work that didn't work. So probably should have just finished it instead. But really, really digging that game still. Got a lot of thoughts about that. So look forward to that. And then I recorded the demo for how do you spell this? Theatrhythm Final Bar Line today. And yeah, that's a Final Fantasy rhythm game, just like the 3DS one. Well, glad you're okay, Dark. Hope you're okay. We're still in weeks right now, but hope you're doing all right. Yeah, it's very much just a Final Fantasy rhythm game. The demo lets you start off with one of 6 different Final Fantasies, and you get to play some of the songs in that one. So I chose FF14. Just don't remember anything. Okay. Well, glad you're okay. I chose 14, and then at the end of the video, I unlocked 7. But only get like 5 songs from each in the demo. But the full game has Nier and Octopath Traveler soundtracks and Chrono Trigger soundtracks. So eventually I'm going to have to buy that. But it's fun. It's really interesting. It's just an evolution of the 3DS game in a really cool way.
Yeah. They always, once in a while, rhythm games make this like this little wave comes up, and there's a rhythm game that like gets a lot of chatter, a lot of chatter, and then it'll go away, and then you'll hear about another one later.
Yeah, I like rhythm games. They're fun. That's really that's kind of mostly been my week, is just working on Lotro, working on Guild Wars, working on Fire Emblem. I got a lot of videos planned. I'm excited to get back into Hi-Fi Rush, but I haven't got to play anymore since last week when I talked about it. But that is on. Once Fire Emblem's done, then I'm going to finish the Living World section. I'm on a Guild Wars, and then it's Hi-Fi Rush. Because that game, it is the evolution of rhythm games that I now want every rhythm game to be. It won't happen, but that's what I want them to be.
Fair enough.
All right. Well, let's get into reviews then.
All right.
Now, we just have the one today.
So technically, this is just review. This is not.
Yeah. Filbert, never be.
Long live Filbert.
All right. So the game that we have is Deliver Us Mars. And this is made by Kaioken Interactive and Frontier Foundry. If you haven't heard of this game before, it didn't get a lot of marketing, and I don't think it has a very good name.
Okay. Well, yeah.
It's not like Deliver Us to Mars, Deliver Us from Mars. It's just Deliver Us Mars.
Deliver Us Mars. And it's not about the candy bar.
No, that would be great.
So I'm
that
already
would be great.
Against it.
It is an atmospheric sci-fi adventure taking you on a suspense-filled, high-stakes mission to recover the Ark colony ships stolen by the mysterious Outward.
Rejected. Oh, that sucks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm gonna go with an 80. I'm gonna play it safe.
Okay, let me
I
pull up
think I'm
the
gonna
ice
give it
cream
80.
here and take Dark's name off there. You got to earn it this week, Dark.
80. This is
Oof, 0. Okay, all right. Oh, I forgot to turn the X on. Well, earn it by being here.
yeah. Mm,
These are some low ball guesses today.
I'm telling you, I still don't
This-
like that game
Apparently, the
because they
score
get we're not
is
doing it dark. Go ahead.
70.
Okay, 70.
Dark came in with a last minute 60, not the candy bar. That's a 0. I
No.
understand. Let me read a couple of these for you. Tech Raptor says, Deliver Us Mars improves on its predecessor, Deliver Us the Moon, in every way with a richer narrative, fun platforming, and challenging puzzles. Which, that's a weird paragraph. The grammar's a little weird, but
Yeah, yeah.
and then since this is our only review, I figured I'd read 3 today, so I got 2 more for you.
Okay.
God is a Geek says, Deliver Us Mars is heavily focused on story and exploration, both of which it does fairly well. It's no thrill-a-minute blockbuster, but fans of the first game will find a lot to like here.
Okay.
And then finally, the gamer said, oh, sorry, go ahead.
You're saying there's not a lot of info out of that, but go ahead.
Yeah. The gamer says, in attempting to emulate the cinematic aesthetic of many narrative-driven AAA games, Deliver Us Mars lost a lot of what made Deliver Us the Moon work. Instead of a charming indie, we're left with a disappointing wannabe. There's an interesting story in here that's able to shine through the dust occasionally, alongside some gorgeous vistas and wonderful sci-fi imagery, but if we get a third entry in the series, I hope it returns to its roots instead of trying to be something it's not. Bigger isn't always better.
That wasn't a bad review, or a critique rather. Um, okay.
What do you think?
68.
Okay.
But no, they can make 68, 69, 74. Yeah. Feeling good about these scores.
The score is 28%.
Jeez, they're rude. Wow.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Yep.
Yep, should have had the candy bar.
Should have brought the candy bar. 100%.
No, I kind of want to make an indie game about driving people around and giving them candy bars, but then I'll probably get sued for calling it Mars.
Probably. Yeah, they get pretty serious about their candy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, nobody made it to the Ice Cream Hall of Fame tonight. But hopefully next week we'll have some more. Next up, we have announcements. Just one game tonight, yeah.
Just one, yeah.
No, you did not.
No,
you did not see.
no.
It's just one. We did not. Reviews were dropping today for a different game and just never actually dropped. So we'll cover that one next week. All right. Let's talk about Knockout City.
Yeah.
Which is the next game to die.
Yeah.
More time for other stuff like you play that one too? Dad joke? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So, Knockout City was a fairly popular online game. I don't know that I'd say it's weird because it's a sports battle royale almost.
Yeah.
It was fairly popular. It was on its 9th season. But now the 9th season will be the final season, and all servers will be shut down on June 6th. They say they have more in store, so stay tuned. and they're planning to sunset the game, but so the question. Oh, go ahead.
Okay, it's just it's, and I could be called out on this. There's just a feeling kind of around because there's a few of these, and I know it's not a lot. There's a few of these, and some other things that are happening with just this. It's like a mini, like the .com bubble.
Yep.
Like that. The it's not just these games, but it's over kind of spread over a little bit more. But yeah, I don't not explain it right. It just feels like there's kind of the end of a you know.
Games as a service does not work. It just doesn't. Like, thank you, Schubert. I get it. People want to make a game that's going to last, right? But games as a service does not work. The MMO formula works if you've got the team to back it. And that's why Destiny is still around, because it follows the MMO formula. But games as a service with like, hey, you got to get this battle pass and you got to play every day. It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
People get burned out, or a new game comes out and they start playing it and they don't go back to the old game, you know? Nobody wants to play a game that becomes their life. You play games for fun, right? That's why so many people got burned on Eve when they would put so much into it, and then the devs would just like, well, yeah, but we want to own this station still.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't. Yeah,
reviewers are different, Dark. Reviewers are different.
Yeah, it's kind of aggravating because I know people have probably put money into this.
Yeah,
they put the time into this, and that's bad enough as it is when something like this, goes away, when they decide to shut it down. Like when they one day they're going to shut down the Lord of the Rings online servers, and look, I have spent money on that game.
That's not a good day.
Yes. Feeling like it. 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be like that.
Yeah.
No more.
On that. Well, it's just there's a money grab thing. There always is. I think on one hand, yes.
Not even a question.
On one hand, this a lot of this is going to get swept away.
Yeah.
A couple of models that may have still worked are going to work, but it's got to start balancing out again.
Yeah.
Between of what you offer, for the player and what the player offers back to the company.
Yeah.
It's like it almost seems like, oh my gosh, it's gone are the days where I could just pay for a game and get it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still done, but there's all that business model, the microtransactions, doing this or logging in every day, like I'm saying, spend an hour on it.
Yeah.
And that. Yeah.
It is.
But we'll see. I'm sure we're going to hear a couple more before the year's out that are not going to be able to keep up servers.
Oh, yeah. The game that broke that 100% need for me, Dark, was Halo Wars. I got super into Halo Wars, was playing the online. I had all but 2 achievements. And then I had to go for a while without internet. And because I couldn't afford it. And when I finally got to where I had internet back on, I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna finish these Halo Wars achievements. Because I played a bunch of games still offline. Because it was back 360 days. You could do that. They shut down the servers the day that I only had 16 matches to go. And I had played 10 matches every day since I got my internet back on. It was completely out of my power. I couldn't just sit there and play it all day. And so, hey, guess what? If I can't have that one, it doesn't matter if I have the rest.
Yeah, right.
That achievement will always be out of my grasp. Oof, indeed. Ooh, I want to play Dead Space Remake real bad. It looks pretty great. All right. Well, talking about some dark and dank
Oh God.
space areas. I worded that really badly. I regret this segue
Yeah.
now. Darkest Dungeon 2 is finally getting a full release.
We're finally letting people know, hey.
Yep. May 8th.
Yeah.
Hate most multiplayer achievements. I agree.
It's like, yeah, so here in 6 months, right? Is that about 6 months?
Pretty close.
Yeah, pretty
Wait,
close,
is it May? That's
if you're in March,
we're in
April.
February.
No.
So
Yeah, no, sorry.
yeah.
No, it's about 3 months, right? Because we're in the beginning of February, so 3 months,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, 3 months away. What did I say? 6? I have no idea. This one ain't bad.
For you, it's still December. So it's just a little quick announcement. Just hey, the full release is finally coming out. So that's cool. I like the first game a lot. Nice. Just a quick aside on multiplayer achievements too. When Halo 3 came out, there was an achievement for fragging your own teammates. And there was an achievement for getting 3 kills with a sword on the same life called Occam's Razor. I remember that, or Stepping Razor. Sorry, it was based on Occam's Razor. I remember that achievement very well because the first 2 weeks of that game were just your own teammates throwing grenades at you and everyone fighting over the sword.
Nice.
It's the problem with multiplayer achievements. Next up, Humble Choice games for February have been announced.
And what do they have?
Some good stuff in here. We got Halo achievements. You got them by boosting 100%. You've 100% in all the Halo games. Nice. We got some pretty interesting games on here. So, first off is Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous, which is by Owlcat Games. That is the what's the right phrase here? It is the Baldur's Gate of Pathfinder, basically.
I gotcha. Okay.
But pretty cool. Pretty cool. Fallout 76 and Fallout 1 in a combo package.
What? Wait, hold on. Fallout 76 and the original Fallout.
Yep.
And a combo package.
I do not know, Dark. Yep.
Yeah, so, serious.
I might finally make a video on Fallout 76 because I'm going to get it for free because I wasn't going to spend money on it. Right. Then, yeah, understand. I've heard it's gotten a lot better, but I don't know. We'll see. I guess we'll see. Thronebreaker: The Witcher Tales, which is an adventure RPG, does still have Gwent in it. So I mean, there you go. You know, play it on Game Pass.
Fair enough.
Other Side, which is an indie strategy game. I've heard some really good things about it, and seems pretty cool. It's all in black and white. That, I will put it this way. If games add more sex, which is fine, I need, like Hi-Fi Rush did with the, hey, streamer, if you're gonna record or stream this game, I need that warning where I can toggle it off.
Yeah.
Because we almost got in trouble with Red Dead Redemption 2 when I was streaming it. Because I didn't expect that woman to walk in without a shirt on. Shady Part of Me is an indie game that seems to be a little bit like Little Nightmares style, but you're actually the same size as everything else. That's not the point, Dark. You still get banned. Yeah. Nudity will still get you banned. All Twitch has to do is go, nah, that's too much nudity. You're banned.
Yeah.
Then Scourgebringer, which is an action indie game. It looks pretty interesting. It's a post-apocalyptic world where a mysterious entity wreaked havoc on all humanity, and you're the deadliest warrior of your clan, whose name is Kyra, and you have to help her explore and slash her way through the world.
Oh, that sounds familiar, but it sounds like something else.
Yeah.
And it was the name. Anyway, go forth. Go forth.
I don't know. I play it safe every time, Dark. Phobia Saint Dinfna Hotel, Dinfna, which seems to be a first-person Resident Evil-like.
Okay.
Is maybe the best way to put it.
Maybe. I don't
And
know.
then the last one is 5 Dates, which seems to be a FMV game.
Okay.
Where you are Vinny, a millennial from London, who joins a dating app for the first time while living in lockdown. Not much RE. It's more puzzle. It just looks RE like. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it seems like you go on dates. So
This is not the journey of a family of plums. Too.
it is not. No.
Okay. I don't want to play it.
Also, I don't know if it's actually her or not, but one of the girls in the screenshots for 5 Dates looks like one of the actresses from Vikings. It is her. They have it in the description here, and they also have one from Doctor Who. So that's cool.
Ooh,
That's cool.
it was good.
Okay.
Got a thumbs up. Got a thumbs up there.
Like New Gundam Breaker, not like New Gundam Breaker. This one you're talking to people through FMVs. So, but yeah, it seems pretty cool. Seems like a pretty solid month. If you're only going to sub for 1 month, maybe look at these games and see if they're your jam. But it might be the month for that.
All right.
The docket opened back up again.
Curses. I was getting cursed and told to hurry up. So abused. No respect. No respect.
Don't know what NYB stands for. New Gundam Breaker is what NGB stands for. The last announcement that we have is there's going to be a Nintendo Direct tomorrow.
Okay.
And I wish I could tell you what they're going to be talking about.
Well, they'll tell you in the direct.
Yeah.
They'll tell you tomorrow.
Because there's no information at all.
None.
It's just 40 minutes of information mostly focused, they said, on the first half of 2023. That's New Gundam Breaker. Dark. That's the one. The very first review I did on this channel, and the audio sounds terrible on it. But so if I had to ask you what you expect to see there, I mean, I think we can both easily say Zelda's going to be there.
That was my answer, and you stole it.
Dark, for a quick answer, I'm going to say the gameplay is terrible. The core design of the gameplay of picking up parts, and you can only carry 5 at a time, and you drop them in a box that's on the map. You can get interrupted dropping them and by enemies, and then they can pick them up, and then you have to kill that enemy, and you also don't know what parts you have. It's bad. And for the full version, go back and watch that video, because it's like 27 minutes of me just destroying that game.
There's Dynasty Warriors in space.
Dynasty Warriors Gundam were good games. Those were very good games. Yeah, I mean, it's I will shoot you a link to it. Yeah, Zelda's going to be there for sure, right? Maybe we'll see Silk Song?
Possibly.
Finally?
I don't know. I'm thinking over like what they may try to sneak in tomorrow.
I think we're for sure getting. Oh, go ahead.
Huh? Cool. I mean, we already know. We already know something like Zelda, right?
Yeah.
That's got to be a big part of the direct, showing it off, and everything. I don't know. I'm wondering if they got anything else big, like something along the lines of Something along the lines of like Metro, in the Metroid vein, right?
Yeah, I think Metroid Prime 4, which has now been in development longer for the new studio that's working on it than it was in the original studio that was working on it before they changed it. I think we're for sure getting at least a tease of that, right?
Yeah,
Uh, we'll probably get some stuff on Pikmin 4 because that's still
yeah.
coming. But do you think we get an announcement for a new Mario game?
I don't know. That's what I was thinking of right now. I don't know if it will be because when we get the last one was Mario Soccer, right?
Yeah. And the last like true Mario style game was Odyssey, which is now many years old.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
If they made it like Street Fighter the movie the game, I'm in.
Oh gosh. I bet you know what that Super Mario Modern Warfare. The I don't know, maybe that that's a real 80s thing. I don't know. I think the Street Fighter thing kind of ruined it
Yeah.
for people.
That game's
But that
legitimately good though, but it looks so bad.
yeah. But the that that would be hilarious. That would be
Yeah.
great. We're making Mario the movie, the game.
I bet we're getting Pokemon DLC announced
I think so.
for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I bet that'll happen.
Okay. Hmm.
But that's pretty much all I got. Unless we get like Fire Emblem, one of the older Fire Emblem games gets ported because of Engage doing so well.
Watch them like talk about none of those, and it's just going to be about their new controller or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's the Switch Pro Lite. It's a smaller version of the Switch Pro controller. I did want to mention I didn't give it like a full news thing because it's news, but it's not like there's not really any discussion to be had around it. So I figured we could just touch on it here.
Okay.
Nintendo has promised that over the course of this next year and moving forward, they're going to pay their employees 10% more.
That's nice.
So
Okay.
yeah, that's cool. Good job. Great. That's awesome.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
that's not. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon, even though it should. Uh,
Have it like see what like 4% low. Yeah. They're working on it 10% at a time. Come on.
no, I saw a lot of people praising it because it's like Nintendo reported losses this last year. They're still paying their employees more. It's like, well, sure, they probably should. The cost of living is going up. Like,
Inflation.
like
Yeah.
yes, we can praise them without being like, and it's so good they're doing this, even though they're losing money. It's like they're not losing money because the employees aren't working hard. That's not. Those two things are not connected. They're
Yeah.
losing money because they're projecting their profits too high,
So
which is
have
the
it
same
like
thing everybody's doing.
so would it be like a Pokemon game then that's like the Microsoft Flight Simulator where it's the whole planet
Yep. Yep.
and the regions and you have to go through it?
Well, not just
No.
the planet either, because Deoxys is a space alien, so you got to be able to go to
Oh,
space.
okay. No, we haven't. I honestly, I think we're. If you look at CEOs and all them people, their chart goes like this. If you look at the average
Yeah.
market, it doesn't go up very much at
Yeah.
all. Nintendo Planet Simulator.
Well, that's the problem, Dark. In the video game industry, your game automatically must be making at least 40 million.
Yeah.
Where do you get that number from? Ubisoft? Where do you get that number from? None of your games have sold that
Well,
within the projected time frame. Where do you get that number? Oh, we just think it's going to happen.
you see, there's legal requirements that companies have
Yeah.
to make their stockholders happy, the people
Yeah.
who hold their stock, and they have more requirements to do that than they do to take care of their employees. And so,
Yeah.
that's a way. That's there's
Okay.
going to be a balance of who they're going to take care of there. The ones who they will be like hauled off to the trial
Yeah.
if they don't get it right, or ones that hey we might have to replace them.
Yeah. Your own Mega
Yeah.
Rayquaza. That's pretty great. The other like weird thing that comes from that is if a game does do those kind of numbers, then the person who's like head developer of that game, the head producer, like that person must print gold, put them on all of our projects, and then get mad when they don't all make that money.
Right.
Like
Right.
what? Tetsuya Nomura, literally like one of the best artists. I know people clown on him. He's one of the best artists in the gaming sphere. He makes incredible art. I understand people are tired of zippers and tired of ribbons and stuff. He makes incredible art. The man touched 3 projects that struck gold in the form of Chrono Trigger, Kingdom Hearts 1, and Final Fantasy 7. He touched those 3 projects, and Square Enix went, hey, this man can do no wrong. Put him on everything. And the next 30 projects he worked on bombed. It's not his fault.
Right. He's a hot commodity. That's marketing. He's a hot commodity right now.
Yeah.
That marketing has no moral alignment.
Yeah.
That's why it's like what was Dark was mentioning earlier, Ubisoft, stuff like that. They will, if the profits are good, and the talents are there, they're going to try to spin it, make it do something, make it go away, to make the turd shiny.
Well, and the same thing happened with Kojima, right? Like Kojima was making tons of money for Konami, and all he asked was, "Let me make my game my way." And Konami was like, "Hey, you're making a lot of money, but we could make more if you did it our way.
Yeah.
So do it our way."
Yeah. That's yes. Yeah. And that the producer or the studio sticking their nose in, maybe sometimes it helps, but man, does it called out when it doesn't.
Yeah.
The Hobbit movies are supposed to be vastly different than they were, and it was because of the studio.
Yep.
When I first heard they were making those 3 movies, I was like, dude, that I thought Peter Jackson was just greedy for time and everything. And then I found out, no, the studio wanted 3 movies.
Yeah.
The studio wanted a lot. I'm step down off my soapbox.
I understand.
All right, here we go.
I do have some good news on that regard, though, as we move into news, which is that some games do sell a bunch of copies, and such as Ender Lilies, Quietus of the Lilies, maybe, is the subtitle. Either way, really good Metroidvania has sold over 1 million copies.
That's a couple.
Quietus of the Knights, that's it. Yeah, for a little small indie game, that's pretty great.
Now it's got me curious as what was the last indie game to do that.
Ooh, I don't know, actually.
Let's do that. Good set. Looks so cute. Yeah. Well, apparently some people did buy it, Dark. They got. They might have bought it for the exact same reason.
I own that game. It's great. Let me see if I can pull these up. The highest grossing indie games.
Very curious. I think I don't know how rare it is.
Yeah.
I think PlayStation did and did. Okay. Hellblade.
This article was back in 2021. Minecraft technically was an indie game when it came out. Now it's owned by Microsoft. But 200 million copies.
Yeah, that's That's like Tetris. Just
Rocket League is at 40 million.
golly.
It's pretty respectable. Terraria is at 35 million.
Okay.
Ooh, Terraria. Good on you. How is Human Fall Flat is at 30 million copies?
I don't know, but there you go.
You go, guys. You Curve Digital. You did it. I'm not surprised by this one. Castle Crashers is at 20 million.
Okay.
Among Us is at 15 million, which again doesn't surprise me at all.
Yeah. That game came out at exactly the right time it needed to.
Yep.
It and Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Fall Guys is at 11 million. Stardew Valley is at 10 million.
Interesting. Okay.
Valheim is at 7 million.
Okay.
That really surprised me because that game is still not to 1.0 release yet. Cuphead is at 6 million. Doesn't surprise me at all. And art style is super unique. Limbo is at 6 million. I'm amazed that Limbo is still stuck that low.
Yeah, but see, that's one of the games that did it.
Yeah, it did.
You know?
And I guess that's not a low number by any stretch of the imagination.
No, that was, you know, that game. Yeah, that was one of the games that really broke through.
Yeah. The Long Dark is at 5 million.
5 million. Okay.
Dead Cells is at 5 million. Great game. Can't wait for the Castlevania characters. Enter the Gungeon is at 3 million. Hollow Knight is at 3 million.
Yeah, okay.
Would have expected that to be a little bit higher with the way everybody talks about it. I love it too. Hollow Knight's a great game. I haven't played the Long Dark yet. Shovel Knight is at 2.65 million. Remember, these numbers were as of 2021.
Right,
So
right.
I couldn't find anything more recent than that. Firewatch is at 2.5 million. I remember people talked about that game all the time when it came out. Satisfactory is at 1.3 million. This one's going to surprise you. You're going to have expected this one to be way higher when I say the name. With the way the internet talks about it. Undertale is at 1.3 million. Undertale is like the golden goose of gaming, and
it is, but a lot of people aren't going to play it just from the look.
Yeah,
you know. So I see what you mean though. There's but that's, you know, all on YouTube. All clicks are pretty large, I guess.
Yeah.
So
I have one more for you. Speaking of geese, it is Untitled Goose Game at 1 million copies, which does not surprise me at all.
Well, so we're just gonna go from right now that Ender Lilies has knocked out the Goose Game.
Yeah,
and it's working its way up. There we go.
Okay. Go Ender Lilies.
Yeah, that's how we're going to go with it. That's the story here.
Well, speaking of things getting knocked out, Respawn has canceled Titanfall Legends.
So, man, that's kind of I need to look into it a little more. It seems like how to drive an IP into the dirt.
Yeah. Rundgren should play Untitled Goose Game. There is a co-op mode coming to Untitled Goose Game. Well, how would you feel about me honking at your heels? Please continue. I'm sorry.
I don't know. That's I'm kind of like with dark thinking, but it's like Titanfall was such a big deal for a lot of people, and I remember there was displays for it. You know, they marketed the crap out of that one, and they did for Titanfall 2 as well. And I don't think it did as well,
right,
as the original. And then this one gets canceled, and I'm not sure what the trajectory is of that going down. You know.
So, when it comes to Titanfall as a series, they could make so much money. They could make so much money. Titanfall 2 is still played. Titanfall 2 has more concurrent players right now than Counter-Strike Go.
Okay. All right.
Titanfall 2 is still being played on Steam, on console. People love that game. However, you make more money out of Apex Legends. So Armored Core gets canceled. We will all cry. Yes. I cancel Armored Core. I'm going to be a very sad man. As if just telling you that, hey, they were making a Titanfall Legends and they've canceled it isn't bad enough. Let me just twist the knife into my own heart for a second here by giving you this little bit of information. Jeff Grubb is the one that broke the story from Giant Bomb, and the game was not going to be a Titanfall 3. It was going to be a single-player adventure where you had characters from the Apex Legends and Titanfall universe interacting with each other over the course of the campaign. And one of those was going to be BT from Titanfall 2.
Yeah. You gonna be okay? You gonna make it?
And then it gets worse. Because the head narrative lead for this game was Mohammed Alavi, which is the man that made the All Gillied Up mission for Modern Warfare, which is the best mission in that game. And so, like, in Titanfall Legends, you would have piloted and fought alongside BT using Rampart from Apex Legends Workshop to repair and upgrade him. And Rampart, who is canonically in the Apex Legends universe, repaired North Star, another Titan from Titanfall, would have wound up using North Star towards the end of the game to back you up.
North Star. Not the fist of the North Star.
Right.
That's something else, right?
That's a very different thing.
Okay.
Specifically, what they were going for with Titanfall Legends was John Wick meets Tony Hawk, which if you ever played Titanfall, you know what that means, right? That's that movement, but they wanted that kind of action, which again, why are you doing this to me? Why tell me all this? I want this game.
No. Can't have it.
So yeah, it's dead. It's gone.
Sucks.
Yeah.
Crap. I don't know how that works for the engineers and stuff. For the people coding and all that. Do they just have to go find another job, or is that God?
They also canceled Apex Legends Mobile and Battlefield Mobile, so who knows? They're either going to be doing layoffs or a bunch of restructuring. But it's not like they're not making money off Apex. So, like, as far as I know, they're doing fine.
Yeah, no. I won't be surprised if we see layoffs.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I won't be surprised if we see that over the next couple months. More layoffs.
For sure. So, that's where we're at on that. My heart is broken. Titanfall 2 is a great game. A couple years back, I did is Titanfall 2 still worth playing in like 2019? I need to do another one of those, just an excuse to play Titanfall 2 again. All right. Now, for our last bit of news, this is redacted for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is the North Star. Let's talk some more about the day before.
Okay.
Because the day before is really confusing. 2019 does feel like an eternity ago. So we talked about before how the day before had been removed from Steam. It was the most wishlisted game on Steam. Somehow. Which is insane. But it was removed from Steam, and the devs had been planning to do a gameplay reveal and then didn't do a gameplay reveal. And then when the game got removed from Steam, when it didn't come out on its release date, the devs said that there was a problem with the copyright for the name, and so the game was being delayed all the way out to November. Well, they showed us gameplay. There's some problems with the gameplay. First off, it's 10 minutes of what is probably, I'm not going to say it is because I don't know for sure, but what is probably pre-rendered footage and is not actually gameplay.
Yeah.
As a character runs down a street and fires like 4 shots at a couple of approaching Zambinos, and that's basically it. Approaching zombies, you know? That's basically it. That's the whole 10 minutes. It's just them. They loot a couple things, they pull up the inventory, and they just move down this street. Now, there's a couple problems with it. Which is, some of the screenshots. Do you remember when I said that the screenshots on their Steam page looked like they might have been ripped from something?
Oh no. Yeah.
Well, in the official 10-minute gameplay trailer, they show some shots from a trailer at the start of it. And the first overhead shot is a 1-to-1 shot from Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War Zombies trailer.
Okay.
Then there is a 1-to-1 shot of a character standing the exact same way. In fact, you know what? I don't have to tell you. I can just show you this. I can just show you this chat, and I will send it to Rungren as well. Because I have receipts for this. Here is Rungren. Here is the first image, which is a shot from the Call of Duty trailer.
Yeah.
And here is a shot from the Day Before's trailer.
Nice. Yeah.
You might recognize it.
Yeah.
Give me a second, chat, and I'll have it for you. I just have to save these images.
But that's not. I don't know. It's man. The studio heads start hearing that, hey, these games are selling well. You know, they're gonna keep putting out that style game.
Yeah.
They'll finally doesn't work anymore.
So the one on the left, chat, is Call of Duty. The one on the right is The Day Before. And I wish that was the only one in here.
That was pretty bad.
That was pretty bad. But it's far from the only one. Let me show you 2 more. This one's from The Division.
Oh wow.
This one's from Resident Evil, RE2 specifically, RE2 Remake. And chat, I'm going to pull these up on screen for you.
Yeah.
It could be coincidence.
Well, like the bottom one, that didn't sell me. The last one you sent me.
Yeah.
That one didn't sell me because you're in an office, you know, with a flashlight.
I agree with you if it wasn't for the fact that it looks to be almost the exact same office flipped.
Yeah. I'm not sure about that one. The other ones look pretty bad as far as that goes.
Chat, these screenshots are all over the screen right now. And then we also have, let me see if I can find it. There's one more, which is like, oh, okay. It could be a coincidence.
Well, the top one, not really.
Right.
In red. The second one, maybe.
So this one comes right before the red one in the trailers. And when I say in the trailers, I mean in both trailers. I am being surrounded.
Interesting.
Yeah. Which is like, it's a little suspect that they come up before each other in both trailers.
Yeah. Not good. I don't think they're ready to release the games when I'm taking away from it.
Not really. Close all these images out on stream.
Goodness.
As if all of that wasn't bad enough, right? Because that's pretty damning evidence.
Yeah.
This is not the first time this dev team has done this. Oh boy. Okay, hold on. I can't see all of that on this stream.
Each other.
World War Z, I think. Yeah, I like World War Z. Yeah.
Yeah.
The only zombie game taking forever. That's true. These devs have done this before with a game called Showrunner that has a lot of things that are just like the Division 2. And all of that's weird, right? You could take all that and say, hey, maybe they're just wearing their inspirations on the sleeve. Maybe it's a little too close. But
yeah,
they then decided after their 10-minute video, at the end, I guess I should say, of the 10-minute video, to show 30 seconds of a developer playing the game, which is the same character on the same highway, moving down while a developer clicks with the mouse.
Okay. This is not sounding good.
Nope. A couple different companies reached out. Fantastic,
Yeah.
the developers, and we're like, hey, what's going on? And Fantastic said, we only believe in the final product. No matter what anyone says, you'll see for yourself on November 10th this year. We hope that after the game's success, will give people faith that in this life, if you persevere towards a dream, it will come true, despite all the obstacles and doubt.
Well, that's a lovely thought.
Yeah. We have an ad for the next 30 seconds.
But that
I have more quotes too. That's not the only one.
Oh my gosh. That was bad enough. Oh.
I did a lot of digging for this one.
Oh my gosh.
All right, the ad has finished.
All right. It's looking bad.
Last I heard, they are all right. They did lose a couple members of the dev team.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah.
So
they're all right.
then the devs were asked, Fantastic, were asked how they feel about the outcry from the internet saying it's a scam. They responded with, the storm will calm down eventually and time will put everything in its place. When the game comes out, people will finally see the truth. Which is not an ideal response.
Right. I mean, that's a true statement.
It is. It's also almost word for word what is said in most of the NFT projects that never come out.
Yeah. Yeah.
They also mentioned that they've been working on the game for about 4 years. Which is like, sure, okay. Yeah, the last time we saw that the video from them, they were all in a bunker together. Just to clarify for people listening, Fantastic and the Stalker devs, that's two completely different studios.
Yeah.
These are
we're just doing two conversations at once.
Yeah.
Not the first time.
So
good.
My only thing about if the game's really been in development for 4 years, why did you just now have a problem with copyright?
Yeah.
Then they say, when asked about how the game is being funded, they say, we didn't take a penny from people, no crowdfunding, no pre-orders, no donations. The game is fully funded by Matona, one of the largest mobile publishers in the world, who check the game's build at every milestone per our contract.
Yeah. This is ugly. It sounds like at best to me, right? At best,
yeah,
they bit off more than they can chew, right? and they're having a hard time getting it finished, and they're not being honest about it. But that's at best, it was naive
Yeah.
of them to take on this project, right?
Yeah.
At worst, yeah, they're scamming. It's malicious.
Right.
They have a malicious intent.
If they're really working with Matona, one of the biggest mobile publishers, as they put it, how did Matona not catch that the copyright was not available for the name? Surely they would have done their due diligence, I would think.
Yeah.
I do have one more quote for you, and then a little message from the author of this article that I've used to source all this, which is Victor Szczesny from Game Pressner. I hope that I said that name right. This last little paragraph from them is, when asked on if the new date was deliberately scheduled so late to make sure that all the legal discussions would be done, they said, we plan to move the game's release before... I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was like, telling Will good night, and Dark's got a pretty good point there. I don't know where is that company from? Do you know?
Let me pull them up real quick. That is the one thing I did not look into.
Because yeah, if it's China,
New Zealand.
Oh, okay.
Which we're gonna bring back New Zealand again in a second. That's an important thing to mention. Okay. Their response to that question was, we plan to move the game's release before, which is not what they said in their original statement. When they said that they originally had planned to launch the game, they never said they planned to move the game's release. They just went quiet when the game didn't come out.
Right.
Now they're saying they plan to move the game's release before and plan to announce it with Matona in a 10-minute gameplay video. And then you all know what happened. So to be on the safe side, to ensure there are no more transfers, we, along with the publisher, chose November 10th. Matona's name is not in that trailer. So I mentioned I would bring up New Zealand. Oh, go ahead.
No, now that's got me thinking again. Is that where that was located?
That's where the company says they're located.
No. The modern day.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Okay. Yeah. Where they were.
Yeah. They were in Sweden for a while.
Okay.
The note here from the author of the article is, it's worth noting that Fantastic is another Russian studio that's fled the country. The company was originally founded in Yakutia. The developers moved to Singapore. They're assisted in their work by people from different parts of the world, such as the Netherlands and Thailand. Interestingly, many of them do it on a volunteer basis. You can read more about this in our June 2012 news. Matona, on the other hand, is also a company originating from Russia, which is not what their website says.
Okay.
Their website says they're from New Zealand. Its headquarters are currently located in New Zealand, but the company's website says it's from New Zealand. And it additionally has offices in Singapore, Kazakhstan, Armenia, Georgia, and Serbia, and was founded in 2012. Now, I did a little bit of digging on this myself. I can't find anything that says Fantastic's from Russia. They do have a studio in New Zealand. Maybe they are from Russia, but I can't find anything that says that they were.
Okay. Huh.
I don't know if this is an attempt to be like, look, we're also struggling.
Yeah.
And so we had to flee the country. And if that's true, I have sympathy for them. They should have just said that in their, hey, the games had to be delayed.
Yeah.
Or if it's now like, hey, but we also had to leave, so, be patient with us. Because if they're actually from New Zealand and they did not have to leave Russia and they're claiming they did, I have the lowest amounts of sympathy for them.
Yeah. This is ugly. This is going to end up, I think this is going to end up at a lawsuit.
Yeah.
Yeah. I did, and they're trying to bribe their way out of it. And I bet before it released, there's some reason it gets canceled.
Yeah.
Or there's some reason it can't be released.
Now, I did want to mention, their website is weird. not that long ago, we covered a thing that we thought might be a scam, and we talked about the website, right?
Right.
Their website, and I'll link it for anybody that wants to look at it themselves. Fantastic.com is it's very bare bones. And the first thing you see is the logo of the day before, which they say they can't use the name of right now, but it's still on their website. And then it says, we are creating one of the most anticipated games in the world. Which is technically true because it was the most wishlisted on Steam, but how did it get to the most wishlisted on Steam when nobody can see gameplay? That's a question. In the About page, they get into how, they're volunteers, and they have over 200 volunteers from 30 nationalities, and they have a picture that it could be Russia. It could be. Where it began in the coldest city in the world, Yakutsk, which is also not what they said before. In that article, they did not say they were from Yakutsk. They said it was founded in Yakutia. That is a different city. I looked it up. With the Gotosvev brothers' dream of creating a global organization that would impact people's lives. 2015, they rented a small room and started working on their first Kickstarter funding game. Thus began the journey to the dream.
Okay.
They've got like links that let you see their partnership with NVIDIA. And if you follow that link, it's not so much like a partnership with NVIDIA as much as they're one of many devs that are partnered with NVIDIA for the new RTX On stuff. Okay. And then the Life at Fantastic deal.
Today we're going to show you our...
As you could hear, viewers, takes you to a YouTube page where they talk about how they're flying to Singapore and how excited they are for the game, and they're going to go to the office there in Singapore.
Okay.
It's weird. If it is a scam, they put a lot of work into trying to make it look right.
And their copyrights in Singapore.
Yeah. And then they made one of the most bare-bone websites I've ever seen.
Okay, yeah. No, it doesn't. It doesn't look right at all. I agree. Is this a shell company of a shell company?
That's what I'm leaning on. And I think what they're trying to do is go, hey, we've got a game that is the most wishlisted game on Steam right now, probably because of bots. Again, I don't know for sure. I'm not trying to claim anything. Developer or publisher, that is, pay us a bunch of money so you can have the rights to the game. And then once they get that money, they jump. And they leave. Because their studio claims to be from Russia, but the copyright's in Singapore. Their office is in New Zealand. What is going on?
And right now, this may not be it at all. None of those companies extradite to each other.
Right.
So the one you get in the most trouble with, you can go to another one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too many red flags for me. It smells too fishy. Something rotten in Denmark, all that. They probably have an office in Denmark. I wouldn't be surprised.
Automod caught that one.
I'm sorry.
Automod caught that one on you, Dark.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very weird. And again, if they're on the up and up and they just have a bunch of volunteers from all across the world, that's cool. But man, they could make that clearer. Why talk about New Zealand at all if your main office is in Singapore, which I can't find that your main office is in Singapore. It looks like your main office is New Zealand.
I don't know.
It thought you were being racist because of the final line of your paragraph, Dark. That's what it told me.
Oh, yeah. Context matters.
It does. It does.
Nightbot, come on. What's that? But that's a valid point.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know enough about copyright law. Maybe it's a lot easier to do through Singapore. It seems like it. It really, really seems like a scam.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would have to be a big turnaround of quite a few things for me to believe this is, a
Legitimate.
Yeah.
Yeah. All I know is I started looking into this because I was like, this is an interesting news topic. We can talk about this. And then I was blown away by the level that it got to of what is going on with this website? Why does this look like this? Why does this literally look like I could put it together in Squarespace in a couple minutes?
Well, I don't know.
And like the link for their NVIDIA stuff says fantastic at CES 2023 NVIDIA panel. And you follow the link and it's just NVIDIA talking about games that are supported with RTX on.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and they don't care about US copyright.
Yeah.
And some do. That you've got lots of different countries over there.
And that's the thing. If that's the question that's not being asked, and I can't believe the interviewer didn't ask, if the actual problem is copyright in the United States of America, why is the game being delayed everywhere else? If the studio is in New Zealand, why is the game being delayed in New Zealand for a US release?
I don't know. It's a thing. And what is the copyright problem?
The name, supposedly. The name the day before is taken.
By what?
I don't know.
Their book?
When I looked, well, the way the U.S. copyright law works, you can have something like a book can share the same name as a video game as long as the game has no intention to make a book. If it ever tries to make a book, then the name has to change, right? There are no games that it looks like that have the day before, and there is an album, but the album doesn't actually contradict the game because there's no music in the game called the day before. There is a private owner that owns the copyright for the day before as a video game and has done nothing with it, but still owns it. So, if this is legitimate, and you could have just named it the day after, exactly, you could just change the name, and you don't want to do that, why not just buy the copyright from that individual owner?
Or just add on to the name the day before it all fell apart.
Yeah, anything would be better, honestly, than the day before. Yeah. The day before what? Because the zombies are already here. It's not the day before anything.
The day before Deliver Us Mars.
Yeah, I guess so.
I don't know. Yeah, that sounds ugly.
But, Dark, I agree with you, except there is a long-standing tradition of companies changing the name for games in the U.S. because they couldn't get the copyright. The Like a Dragon series that used to be the Yakuza series over here has been Like a Dragon the whole time in Japan. They changed the name just to be Yakuza over here because they couldn't get Like a Dragon because of Dragon Ball Z.
I wish the copyright on that was holding it up. That would be great.
Day before tomorrow. Yeah.
I have a surprise for you.
Resident Evil. We call it Resident Evil, but in Japan it's called Biohazard. They couldn't get the copyright to Biohazard over here, so they called it Resident Evil.
Yeah.
There's a long-standing tradition of games having different names here than they have everywhere else.
Yeah.
Hiobazard. No, that's my game. I'm making that.
Right.
Yeah, so I believe this is probably not a real game. I don't know if I made that clear yet.
Yeah. They may want an obscene amount of it. That's, I mean, yeah.
Could be.
They may. But that would just be another reason to go, okay, that's not what we're, that's not what we're going to call it then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, nobody's been charged yet, right? There are no pre-orders up. The game's not even on Steam anymore. So no money has actually been given to the studio. They don't even have a donation link. By people.
But they've ripped off somebody to get the money.
Yeah, they have a name now.
Yeah.
They have
somebody.
They have credit now, as we have the game that's most wish listed on Steam. So they will be able to get money either way.
It's weird.
So.
Ugh.
All right. Let's throw it over to Rungren's Corner.
All right. Yes, we'll get off that. Get to my corner and do
Get
this.
some
Make a
good
note.
stuff.
All right, just a second. All right, we're gonna start off with a happy birthday, and it's Chris Rock's birthday today, and if he is, I'm sure he's watching this, and yes, I would trade the apparently it's also, I was told it's Jacksepticeye's birthday today.
Okay.
Yes, and Aerith from Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah.
She was born today. That is her birthday. To that. Okay.
I almost dropped 2 very big spoilers for Final Fantasy VII.
All right. So I got a little story for you.
Okay.
Now, you know how hemispheres work, right? It's it's summertime in Australia right now,
right?
Or close, whatever. Well, Rio de Janeiro.
But people are playing it for the first time, Dark, because the remake. So I'm being good. Sorry, please continue.
It gets really hot in Rio de Janeiro. It actually reached 50 degrees Celsius, which is 22 degrees bald eagle on some recent days, sending locals to cool off in the ocean. Now, there are some residents that didn't have the option to go cool off in the ocean. And they were the residents of the city's zoo of that. Though I think that would have been really interesting to drop the lion off in the ocean.
Yeah.
He's taking to swim. He's cooling off. So the zoo has what they call a well-being program. And they have different activities and they do stuff for the animals for different reasons. One of the things they did this year is they have given flavored ice to different animals. Some of the most popular are flavors of the flavored ice is chicken, mincemeat, and bovine blood.
Well,
yes. Well, the 14-year-old lion Simba and the 3-year-old black jaguar Poti, they seem to like that. They also have for the primates, they offer fruit ice creams, and many other herbivores, they have kale, pumpkin, and carrot. What is that? Flavored ice.
Just got the pumpkin, Dark.
God. Yes, pumpkin. What's that? Yes, pumpkin or catnip. I don't have any news on the catnip. But the panther and lion from the pictures I got here, it looks like they might have put some catnip in it. They seem to be enjoying the frozen blood.
Yeah.
Sickle, yes.
Nice.
Now, one of the things that was really cool is well, they started this, and what happened is a lot of the kids got really curious, and started asking about it, and so the zoo was like able to, they actually got questioned by the children for information about the animals and what they're eating and everything.
Oh, I thought that was going somewhere very different.
Right.
I thought that was going to the children wanted a taste of the frozen blood sickles.
But they were very curious about what each animal's eating and why they were given that. I guess just, when they throw raw meat in there, they don't think about it.
Yeah.
But no, they like their ice cream. I don't I don't know how I would feel about bovine blood icy.
Yeah.
But that's, each to their own. Once again, I think this is just maybe a way to try to buy us more time before the animals take over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I thought it was a nice little story. I didn't realize just how hot it was right now in Rio de Janeiro, just south of the equator.
Yeah.
Well, I say just south. It's a little jaunt south of the equator, but it's south of the equator. We'll do that.
All right.
Very nice.
Let me get the poll set up here.
All right.
Got
I
some.
taste I'm like, oh. We're talking about animals and zookeepers taking care of them. So Gundam. Oh, I talked about that show
I
at the
don't know what it
beginning of
is.
it. Yeah.
What did you just walk into? You walked into bovine blood.
Yeah, bovine blood ices. That's that. That's for the carnivores. Chicken and bovine blood. No, we talked about Gundam at the very beginning a little bit. Uh, yeah, I'm not. There's some really cool scenes and stuff in Double Zeta, but it's not.
Chat's
It,
going.
next up, chat score, but it's not. It's not really a good. They don't. It's not consistent good at all. It's worse than the other two by
Yeah.
far.
After the
Yeah.
quiz. So it
Yeah.
was like 25, 30 minutes in, I think. Yeah, during weeks.
Like, I
Thankfully,
have no.
no. I don't think.
I have no reports on the zookeepers. The but it was 122 degrees Fahrenheit out there. There might be a temptation to lick some ice. I'm just saying.
All right,
Thank you, Doug.
chat. You have 2 minutes to vote. Oh wait, no, I did this wrong. We're supposed to talk about it. Okay, we'll talk about yours while it's up. Chat, you have. Please don't name them in the chat. 1, 2, 3 if you're on YouTube, or you don't want to vote on Twitch. 1, 2, 3 in the chat, and I'll count it all up. Yeah. So your assignment. I only have 2 minutes now to do this bit. Your assignment last week was a bit violent. Maybe the way to put it.
Okay. Yeah.
There's a lot of damage.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to keep the serious voice, but it's very difficult with the with the time limit on my head. I have a letter.
No.
I have a letter from the
No.
General Cow Wrestling Association.
Okay.
From Gricka.
Right.
And they're pretty upset that at no point did you rustle and take home a bunch of cows.
No, I didn't. I did steal a couple of horses.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
I was able to haggle with them, and you were still able to keep the title of a rustler.
Yeah.
But it's pretty close. They wanted me to demote you to hustler.
Well, I would argue that there's cattle rustler is strictly defined, and rustler is kind of a broad, like
good argument.
Kind of like all cattle rustlers are rustlers, but not all rustlers are cattle rustlers.
Yeah. That is a good argument. I will present that if they then watch the VOD from Wednesday. Dark.
No, I played Rustler again with the GTA 2 medieval parody game. It's got some funny stuff in it, but it's terrible in some places, in some ways too, in a good way. But
okay, so go ahead.
It's okay. It's okay. It can get. I don't know how there's still a lot of the map I haven't unlocked, so I could see it getting kind of redundant, and maybe getting too grind.
Yeah.
But a lot of the jokes in it are pretty funny.
Yeah. We have an interesting setup in the vote. In that we have technically 2 has won.
Okay.
It got very close. It was tied for a long time. But Roxanne has brought in that Faith would vote 1, which would mean that 1 and 3 were tied for second place. That doesn't matter. I just think it's really interesting.
Okay, fair enough.
Faith's not here to vote, so again, it super doesn't matter. But
Right. Right.
I think that's really fascinating to me. But 2 has won, which means you are going to be playing Smile for Me. Sending you the code now.
Smile for Me.
Hmm?
Well, that's I kind of feel weird
Yeah.
because that would be like somebody my age saying that to like some lady. It's kind of creepy, unless unless I was a photographer,
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That just just it's good that you have the best intentions in mind, Dark. I appreciate it.
Do you want the summary for this game, or do you want to go in completely blind?
I'll go in completely blind. I don't know if
Okay.
it'll have anything when I load it up and get
Okay.
all the settings ready or what, but yeah, no, I'll smile for me.
All right. Well, do you have any plugs, my friend?
No, I don't have any plugs per se. I did get to try a couple of the Mr. Beast bar, and we're not sponsored or anything, have anything to do with them. I just got to try 'em.
Please, Mr. Beast.
Give us the money.
I will eat. Look, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, Mr. Beast. I will eat anything you want me to eat on this stream. If you will sponsor this stream.
But we had the milk chocolate and the original chocolate. I don't know if you can get a picture of that. Anyway, we had those. The original chocolate was pretty good.
Yeah.
So it's only 4 ingredients. Yeah, and the milk chocolate was okay. There's nothing great about it, either one of them. They're just chocolate bars. So
It's a bad room.
but,
He has played 3 before, Dark. If you want to see that, he has played 3 before.
what? Oh, okay. It's one of those ones.
The bat room.
I can go. I think because a couple of us, just very close to pulling my hair out.
Yeah.
Yeah. My girlfriend wouldn't leave me if I was bald. I might have. But I gotta pull my hair out. I'll be lonely.
I guess for the sake of discussion, now that it hasn't won, it doesn't hurt to say, since you have played it before, it doesn't hurt to say what Dark was pushing for.
Yeah.
Which was Gas Station Simulator.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That game was buggy. It was not bad. It was kind of fun.
Faith might be listening, Roxanne. Faith didn't get to vote. Faith could have shot me a message. That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough. That's true.
Watch next podcast. Faith's only going to be listening, not actually able to be in the chat, and Faith is going to call me on my phone. I'm voting for this.
It wasn't miserable, but it ended up, when we're doing the stream, it ended up being so buggy. That's what made it like, I think it was a couple times I had to restart it.
Yeah.
And it crashed out. Yeah. It wasn't horrible. It wasn't like watching Trey play bowling or something like that. But yeah, it could have been better for sure.
I did go back and check the other day because I made a promise at the end of that Balan Wonderworld playthrough that if that final episode got to 5,000 views, I would play through Balan Wonderworld again on the channel. It's not anywhere close. I'm so safe. I am so safe right now.
Never see it again.
That's right. I do have one quick plug. I want to plug Jetlag the Game, the channel. They just completed another season of their show, and it's really fun. They have challenges they have to do. They try to claim states before the other ones can get it, and they try to travel to all the different states. They have to be in the state to claim it. It's a really fun show, and I'm sure it costs a bunch of money to make, but it's very cool.
Right on. Wait.
Mech Repair Simulator. Well. Oh, yeah, there's a full playthrough. Oh, no, Wendigos. In the playlist. It's in the
Yeah.
playlist. I beat that game.
Or did it beat you?
It definitely beat me, but I did finish it. I did not complete it. I finished it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, we kind of can retire the coming up for the week section of the podcast or the schedule section of the podcast because making a video on that now once a month. So that video was a lot of fun to make. It's heavily edited. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Hopefully it answers all the questions of like, where's this video? Or why haven't you made this yet? It's like, well, this is the stuff I'm working on this month. So here you go.
Right on.
So, all right. Well, we will be back tomorrow with you playing from Smile for Me.
Yeah, me. I'll be playing that.
That's going to be fun. Thursday, we'll be talking about Pathfinder 2E.
Yes, we will.
And then Friday, we'll be doing some more building. We're going to work on the Amazing Red Warrior. I do want to show you. I painted an entire Death Guard last night, and I think he looks great. He looks super intimidating. You can't really tell it in this lighting, unfortunately, but...
Nice.
Yeah, it won't focus. It's fine. It's fine.
Tentacle.
But we'll, of course, be back all Sunday with MMO Mondays. So, come hang out with us there. We have a lot of fun.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We're here every Monday through Friday, 8, 7 Central. Same full spectrum time, same full spectrum channel.
Until next time, I've been Trey.
And I've been Roman.
And we've been the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the full spectrum that life has to offer.